Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively. I wanted to show you, here's the Valley in Bloom. There's a floral spray embossing folder. There's designer series paper that's beautiful. A Lily of the Valley set. This is the Luxe White that's also beautiful. And then it has these gems. So I looked at this, I looked at the card samples, and I'm like, all in. I love the color choices. So I was super excited. Well, I stamped several different things using it. This is the embossing folder. This is the indented version where I used some blends. Here's a card I did with friends where it's a fun fold. A fun fold as far as the way these things are layered. I thought that this was really interesting. So I did this with it. I did this one with it at a camp where we embossed the background in the basic beige. We colored it in basic beige with a white gel pen. This is the Luxe paper, and then we ran some Coastal Cabana over the top. So again, I've done a lot with this. Well, I wanted some bigger words for one of the projects I was doing. I was kind of trying to figure out if I wanted to do like a 12 by 12 kind of like box thing that we do, that, you know, like you do a 12 by 12 layout with these, and I needed some bigger words. So I found these, enjoying the simple things in life, when I turned the page. When I got this catalog and I just turned this page, I immediately didn't look because I knew I wasn't going to do a 12 by 12 scrapbook anytime soon. So I just, I didn't really pay attention to this. This is really cute. Now I'm going to show you why I really like it. So, Life in Bloom, die cuts, stamps. I love the pot because it cuts out texture, and these flowers are different. So let me show you what I've done with it. This is this is the flower with the pots. It was one of the ones that I'm working on my frame. Again, I haven't completed that. Here's what it looks like on black. It's just striking. And I watercolored this and the greenery and the flowers. Then this, combine the two. This die is in the Life in Bloom. These leaves come from the Lily of the Valley. This is the DSP from the Lily of the Valley. Oops. I should look up more, right, friends? Oh, here's that pot where I combine the two stamp sets. This one's in the Lily of the Valley. This is in the Life is in Bloom. To one of the nicest people I know. Because again, this one has a few words, but I just wanted the big ones. So I got a little chalkboard at the Target dollar spot, enjoying these simple things in life. And then this, so this is from the, my gosh, it keeps slipping my mind, Life in Bloom. And then this is from the Lily of the Valley. And then this is the one we did at camp. And so we stamped this in black and then watercolored it. I'm going to show you Tanya's way of doing things, which is brilliant. Okay? So what my friend Tanya does is she takes her basic beige, and I'm using my stamp positioner. And I'm going to stamp it down on my watercolor paper. And I only have one of these because the other one is in a safe place that I don't know where it is. So I've ordered me some more. I mean, why not, friends? So I took one of our clear blocks and I put my colors on it. I have Petal Pink. I have lemon lime twist, and I have Coastal Cabana. I have my little jar of water. And then when my Wink of Stella dies, it becomes black on the end. And that way, I use it to watercolor. So I'm going to go from light to dark. I'm going to hit my little flowers. I don't know where you are, but it's hot in Indiana today. We're almost to the 4th. Okay, so I've hit my little flowers. Now I've got my lemon lime twist. And I'm just going to go down and hit my leaves. I'm going to go to the other side so I can get some dark on this side. And I'm not adding more color. I don't want to. I want shades of green in here. See, I'm getting lighter because I want some of that light over here and on these. So I have a wide variety of shades. Oh, let me pull this down so you can see just a little bit closer. Can you see that? Now I'm going to add my Coastal Cabana. I'm going to go on one side of the pot. I know some of you are terrified of watercoloring. It just seems like the simplest thing to me. So there's my watercolored pot and flowers. Now I'm going to give it a minute to dry. And while it's drying, I'm going to scooch it over here out of the way, and I'm going to give it a minute to dry. And while it's drying, I'm going to make my black sign. So because this is black, I do better if I do a little bit of this. Embossing buddy. If you don't have one, you should. For some art. Enjoying the simple things in life. Now I have my embossing tray. Oh my gosh, I get fuzzies in here. There's just all kinds of contraband. There's probably a cat hair in there. Right? Come on, friend. Enjoying the simple things in life. It's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to heat it. I love heat embossing. My first heat embosser was my toaster. I may have killed a toaster on Christmas cards one year. Then I progressed to the oven. And then I found a heat gun. I stamped for 9 years before I started with Stampin' Up. And I've been doing this for 28, so. That's a lot of years of stamping, friends. Okay, so I have Granny Apple as my card base. If my image wasn't dry yet, I could always emboss it for a minute. You can hear my dogs. The neighbor's dog is barking, which means we have construction workers back here. That means someone is on the road. The dogs all have to let somebody know that someone's on the road. Okay, our heat tool has two different settings. It has this is dry. It has a embossing one and a drying one. So I could have used that to dry my watercolor if I wasn't convinced it was dry. Now I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock. So I've inked it with Pretty Peacock. I'm going to turn it over, and it should have stayed in place. I didn't move it. Prepare to be impressed, friends. I'm telling you, this is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? So I'll show you the difference. The black and the Pretty Peacock. This gives just a little bit softer look to the whole thing. Now we're going to die cut it out with my friend the Mini Boss. Yes, I could purchase new plates, but why if I don't have to? I'm going to run this through. So dramatic, so pretty. So I love this on here like this. I need to put an X there or something so I know where to stay. I ran this through with the adhesive sheets on the back. I'm going to stick this on. I love it. I put the adhesive sheets on the back of the Coastal Cabana. And ran it through. And then I have these gems. They're the shimmering dots. And like the ones that are clear have some blue like flecks in them. That's so pretty with this. I mean, can you have too many? All right, friends. So here it is again. This is with it done in black. And then watercolored. This is it done in peacock. It's hard to tell, but it's just beautiful. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Gosh, you have a great day. I'll be back again soon.